JD Vance recently destroyed Kamala Harris at a rally where he essentially responded to her calling him disloyal to the country. Here's that video.
Now, I saw the other day Kamala Harris question my loyalty to this country. That's the word she used, loyalty. And it's an interesting word, simplify, loyalty, because there is no greater sign of disloyalty to this country than what Kamala Harris has done at our southern border. And I'd like to ask the Vice President, what has she done to question my loyalty to this country? I served in the United States Marine Corps. I went to Iraq for this country. I built a business for this country. And my running mate took a bullet for this country. So my question to Kamala Harris is, what the hell have you done to question our loyalty to the United States of America?
So really good stuff from JD Vance. There is this campaign going on right now from the left. If you haven't heard it, it's kind of ludicrous, saying that Trump and Vance, or all Republicans really, but Trump and Vance, of course, because they're kind of heading the GOP right now, that they're weird. And the thing is, Trump is weird. I'll give him that. You know, he's got the grandpa jokes. He says kind of weird things. I think that's kind of a lot of the comedy and the charm with him personally. But Vance is a very normal dude, and you can see just from that clip, he's very there, like he's speaking. He's 10 times more articulate than Kamala Harris. So there's kind of this narrative out there that he would be, before Joe Biden dropped out, that he was afraid to debate Kamala Harris, or that he's afraid to debate whoever Kamala Harris makes her running mate. Believe me when I say he is not afraid to debate a Democrat. He's a very formidable debater. He's a very good speaker. There's really nothing weird about him. Ironically, though, all the people that the leftists are calling weird are those who just kind of have nuclear families and are very family-oriented. So I suppose that does track, that Democrats would think that's so weird since that's so just perpendicular to their cult-like mentality. Whether or not, though, you think JD Vance was a good pick by Trump is irrelevant to the fact that he's a good speaker. He knows his stuff. And if he attacks Kamala in the way that he just did that, he is going to be an asset to Trump. The key is, if you're going to attack Kamala, she has such a long record as a politician, you don't even need to go to how weird she is, like her cackle and kind of the word salads that she puts out. You don't even need to go to that. Just go straight to the actual content, what she's actually done. And JD Vance is a good enough speaker where that's actually a very persuasive pitch. If he does that and he focuses on that for the next 98 days, he's going to be a good asset for Trump. My answer, though, to if JD Vance was a good pick for Donald Trump today or not, was he wasn't a bad pick, but he wasn't the best pick that it could have been. He wasn't bad because he was very competent and smart, like I just talked about. He's logical. It also makes sense that Donald Trump would want to bring in someone like JD Vance because he's fully bought in to what Trump and MAGA is presenting. But he isn't the best in terms of electability because no one knows who he is. I mean, he has been in politics for 2 years. He's a very popular politician, in Ohio. But outside of that, a lot of people don't know who he is. A more popular politician in like a purple state, such as Ron DeSantis, Glenn Youngkin. I think those would have been better choices, or best choices. Really, that would have been best case scenario just for kind of widening the GOP's reach in 2024. But I don't think JD's bad. And I think what's interesting about JD Vance that people are kind of sleeping on, they don't understand, is that they're kind of the biggest critique of him is that his inexperience is his weakness because he just doesn't have a lot of time in politics. But I actually think that this is one of his biggest strengths because Kamala Harris has decades and decades of history, of really bad history. Any politician at some point, right, is going to have bad things and things can be brought up with them when they've been a politician for a long time. Kamala Harris has been in politics for a long time, and she's been awful for a long time, so there's a lot of dirt that you can bring up on her. The thing is, JD Vance has such a small political history, there's not as much ammunition for the left to use on him in the same way. And so I actually think that's a really good thing for him because what you're seeing the left do now is they're digging up kind of random things from JD Vance's past, which unfortunately sometimes can be a little bit effective, but I don't think it's going to be as effective as if Trump and Vance are focusing on actual things that Kamala Harris did when she was an elected politician, say in California, or as a VP under Joe Biden. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please go down below, comment, like, and subscribe, and watch another video.